Hi, I'm Angie. Today I'm going to show you a recipe for a fun and tasty dessert called lemon sponge pudding. It's kind of a cake with a built-in sauce that you can spoon over the top of it. It's really delicious. There's a couple things that you need to do in advance, and that's separate 2 eggs into the yolks and the whites, and also you want to zest a lemon, which means taking the rind off it, and then juice it and take 2 tablespoons of the juice. So that's all you need to do in advance. And the first thing we're going to do is you want to beat the egg whites until they're stiffly beaten. You want to use an electric mixer for that, and the reason we do this first is because you want to keep the whites clean and grease free so that they get nice and fluffy. So you can do that first when you have your clean beaters, and then the rest of the dessert you can whip up with just the dirty beaters that have the egg whites on them. So we'll get started with that. Okay, now it's stiffly beaten because when you pull the beaters up, the egg whites hold their shape. Okay, so we'll set that aside. I've also preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and I've greased a 1.5 quart baking dish, just so that's ready to go. Now in your mixing bowl you can combine 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and 1/2 cup of sugar and a pinch of salt. Now I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, that's freshly squeezed, and our 2 egg yolks that we reserved, 1 tablespoon of soft butter, and 1 cup of milk. We're going to blend that well, and I find that it splatters because it's very liquidy, so I'm just using this Tupperware beater bowl that has a lid to it, but just be careful if you don't have that. I'm going to stir in the rind from the lemon. You don't want to do that before because they get trapped on the beaters. Now I'm going to fold in the stiffly beaten egg white. You want to be gentle so you don't deflate all the air bubbles in the egg whites. Okay, now we're going to pour that into our buttered baking dish. And we're going to set the baking dish inside a pan. Fill the pan with very hot water till it comes about halfway up the baking dish. This is a water bath or a bain-marie. We're going to bake this in the oven at 350 for 55 to 60 minutes, and it will separate into the cake on top and the sauce on the bottom. So I'll pop that in the oven and I'll show it to you when it's done. Don't forget to add your hot water. Okay, it's been an hour and the cake is done. You want to be really careful when you take it out of the water bath because it's very hot in there. So I'm just going to let it sit for a second and then I'll spoon it out and show it to you. Okay, it's been a couple minutes and I will spoon this out and show you. You do want to serve it warm. It serves 4 to 6. You can see the really light spongy cake on the top. And then you get this nice lemon cream sauce on the bottom. It smells really good. So thanks for watching, and I hope you'll try some lemon sponge pudding.